Last day of May, y'all. Good morning. May 31st, Friday or Frau's Day. Fry is Frau. Freya in the Norse version of our Venus, which is Latin or Roman. Greek version Aphro-Dite, Deity, Deity, the deity of the day, of the Deus. There are two females, Moon's Day and Frau's Day. These are the seven deities, and the seven dwarfs, which are the seven colors, the seven rays of Ra, the one white light of the sun, of Sun's Day and Saturn's Day, of the pair of S's of the sign, of the sin of Eve, the sine wave, of evening, of everything, of the moon, mono, the one, the light, which is almost entirely black. Here you see the waning crescent, which is where our letter C comes from, of Christ, of light, life, death, dark, and rebirth. Life coming back out of the dark, out of death. The new moon on the 3rd of June. Moon, June, these are months, the months are moons. June, J-moon, the moon of Jah, Ju, Jupiter, Zeus, Yu, of June and July, you and you, Yaya, of the Julian, of the Leo and the solar plexus of the solar system. The sun's within you. You don't have to be dependent on the sun without for your mood to be good. Good mood, good food. No. If you turn your heart light on, if you raise your solar plexus light, your sun within, up to your crown chakra Ra of all radiance and ratios, of this 360 X box, cross of Christ, of time, of sex, of all sections, of all sectors of the bull Taurus, well, you don't have to be so dependent on the outer conditions, which you don't have to be a mind slave, Neo 1. You can free your mind. And the rest will follow. I was gonna do the White Book again, chapter 8, but that'll be later. I'll do that later this evening with the synchronicities from the labor camp. Let's do some Kerouac here. Well, I get some time. I don't have some time because no one has time. Time has you. As Buddha says, the trouble is you think you have time. Oh, great blue heron. Great blue heron sighting. This homage, Hungry Young Writer's Notebook. This is Atop and Underwood, collection of Kerouac's early writings, before On the Road made him famous. Famous. This homage to food, prefigures ravenously descriptive passages about food in Kerouac's books. A brilliant example is the scene of Hector's cafeteria in New York City in Visions of Cody. Here we go. How about a thick mushroom soup to begin with? Let us place it in a rather heavy bowl, white, stained, cracked at the edges, well eaten in. Let us dip into this with a large wooden ladle, the steaming sauce, spotted here and there by a piece of cooked mushroom. You find it next in the heavy white bowl, ready to eat, to slurp, to swallow in ecstatic frenzy, to completely render invisible. And to do this, our quiet host Our quiet host hands us a large silver spoon with a black wooden handle. You grasp it rudely with your whole fist and dip the silver into the depths of the thick, saucy substance. Before you extract the first large spoonful, you bend down to smell the soup. Oh, it is pungent, a scandalous sprinkling of pepper and salt, and a cute little sprinkling of paprika. You finger a small piece of brown mushroom, extract it from its hot, tempting bed of glut, and smell it carefully. Ah, let's call our shot. It is the smell of the subtle pungency and the savor, the odor, the piquancy of sublime ravishment. Ah, let us eat. You dip the large spoon in, lift it to your mouth, and insert it to your mouth. You swallow the first mouthful, and it is like the nectarous drug of heaven. Ambrosia. A small mushroom is discovered in the midst of your palate. You chew it carefully with your foreteeth and find that its timber is delicate, that its body is tender, succulent, dainty, spicy. And with it all is the thick, creamy sauce, the savory soup, oozing down your throat, the molten lava of heaven, lava of heaven. Let us proceed to the steak. A thick tenderloin, mine host, and I'll have yet some mushroom on it, mashed potatoes covered with parsley, as they say in these parts. A side dish of saucy yellow corn, glistening in the light of this heaven. Some fine, fresh French Belgian bread with large, thick crusts and yielding white dough, large, crinkly crusts. The kind of crusts that you tug at, and when you tear it apart, there follows a stream of warm white dough, and with all this generous gobs of thick yellow butter. Oh, I must tell you, and I don't care how it sounds, or what defects there are, for sir, this is hunger! Hunger, hunger! And there is no other appeasement but the word. The steak has arrived, and mine host fades back into the shadows, eager to serve me. I begin to eat. The steak is huge, about 2 feet long and 1 foot wide, with a thickness of 2 inches. Through it runs a great bone, protruding at one end like the mighty hock of a beast. I grasp this bone and snarl into the steak, thrusting my mouth into the warm brown side of the meat, gnashing beastily with my savageful teeth and tearing off huge brown folds of meat. Great flaccid flabs of bloody meat. Chewing with a carnal fury never before equaled in time. Oh my God, but I eat. I chew with tremendous passion, swiftly swallowing the meat in massive mouthfuls. I wash this down with a huge potful of nectarous coffee. Well flavored with cream and sugar. It is a special pot that I drink out of, created for the occasion. It is 1 foot high and looks like a tankard of ale. The coffee is in this pot, brown and deep and sluggishly steaming stained smells. I dart my spoon into the golden corn and take a bite, swallowing the mashy sauce of its yellow munificence. I carry a mountain of mashed potatoes to my mouth on a fork and let the hoarly mass turn slowly in my mouth, creating taste gland secretions. and then slipping slowly down my throat in warm, full piles. Then I swiped down another magnificent slug of coffee from my tankard and returned voraciously to the slab of succulent dripping steak, sinking my teeth into the juicy mountain of meat and pulling off penchant stringings of sweating rare beef, covered by a delicate, crunchly hide of browned loveliness. Well, sirs, for dessert, I had a hot fudge sundae with chocolate ice cream. I'll tell you about that some other time. At this time, I must go to bed and forget hunger.